Break a Leg Theater Works is a nonprofit organization committed to preparing talented children and teens of the South Shore for success in theater arts through workshops, masterclasses, nurturing, and development. Julie Thompson spoke with co-founder Kyle Wrentz to learn what's new and next for Break a Leg.
Today, I am so pleased to welcome Kyle Wrentz, who is the founder and CEO of Break a Leg Theater Works. Welcome. So happy to see you today.
So happy to see you again as well. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Just for the people that might not know all about you, can you give a brief bio as to how you got to be the founder and CEO of your wonderful group?
Well, believe it or not, so my co-founder, the other co-founder and co-director of Break a Leg Theater Works, we met in 3rd and 4th grade in children's theater. Mm-hmm. And we were friends, and we did this local theater, and then we wound up going to the same high school, and we did theater there together as well. And then I decided, oh, this is pretty interesting, so I decided to major in it, and I did, and I got my degree in musical theater, BFA, from the Hart School of Music, University of Hartford. And then I was fortunate to get a job right away, so I got a job down at Walt Disney World. So I went down there and sang in a show in Epcot for about a year. And then I auditioned for a little show you might have heard called The Lion King. Mm-hmm. And I was fortunate to be cast in the 3rd production in the world at the Pantages Theater. And I moved to Los Angeles. The next thing I know, I was doing the show. And that began my career as a professional actor. I've done 5 different companies of The Lion King, including the original Vegas company, the Broadway company, the Taiwan company, the LA company, and the first national tour. And I've also been fortunate enough to tour around to a lot of regional theaters in our country, and also be in the inaugural cast of Hong Kong Disney. And so that was something. And then Healy and I always stayed in touch, and I had gotten an injury on the road and had to take some time off when I was in a boot. And she said, why don't you come up here? There's a little place that's looking for some content, and maybe we could put something together. And that's kind of how Break a Leg started. That was almost 7 years ago. September will be 7 years. And the rest is history. We started coming up, and I was commuting back and forth. And first, I was so impressed with the talent. The kids were coming from all the different music programs around the area, and I was like, wow. And the other thing that I was able to do is bring in some of the friends that I met through my professional career on Broadway and Hollywood. As you know, as we've done some workshops and master classes at your studio before COVID.
So just you're jumping ahead for a sec there, buddy. So Break a Leg Theater Works is more than just putting on shows. You do all kinds of classes. You do camps. You involve the kids in every aspect of performance. Can you talk a little bit about all the different things that children can learn or adults can learn from Break a Leg Theater Works?
We like to say that we try to provide extraordinary experiences in the performing arts for any interested students. Our students are ages 8 to 18. How do we do that? We do that through classes, master classes with guest stars, so sometimes, and field trips. So sometimes if an artist is coming through that I know and they're starring in a show, like my friend was in Hadestown that just came through, Kimberly Maribel, playing Persephone. She came and did a master class. We also do what we call our musical cabarets. So we pick different themes. Like this year, we just finished one, the 60s, All You Need Is Love. And we had 2 guest artists from New York. And then we also do musicals for the students. So we'll talk about that a little later, but we do musicals in the summer to give them sort of a real professional experience. And then we do summer camps and vacation camps over the vacation school breaks. And I think that's it. Private coachings as well with Healy and myself. So it's a wide array. We also offer classes for students in other genres of the performing arts, so costume design or scenic design, and we've done some on-camera work at your studio as well.
So it's a kind of a full service theatrical and other offering that you give. Now let's talk about the shows that you actually put on. Are they always musicals?
So lately we've been doing mostly musicals in the summer, and then the cabarets seem to really take off because they love exploring different themes. Like we've done the Great American Songbook, we've done And the Grammy Goes To, which will be all Grammys music. We've done movie songs, we call that Let's Go to the Movies. We've done Broadway. And then the musicals are just an opportunity to also bring in professionals who've ever worked on that musical, so the kids get an educational experience learning from someone who really knows the musical well, and also meeting kids who are all interested in it from different schools around the South Shore.
Got it.
Yeah.
So what are you working on now for this summer, this upcoming summer, between camps and performances and everything? Go.
We just cast our high school production of A Chorus Line, which will be happening at Thayer Academy June 24th, the weekend of June 24th, 25th, and 26th. We have a guest choreographer. Her name is Chrissy Whitehead. She was in the original Broadway revival and played the role of Christine, and she also was featured in that amazing documentary, Every Little Step. She's our choreographer.
Wow.
So she is flying in and teaching them some of the original Michael Bennett choreography, and also shaping some of the choreography to their skill set. Yep. And it's just been amazing. I have to say, we're going into week 3 of rehearsal, and I'm just blown away by the talent. Then after that, coming up, we have a production of Matilda. And what's really interesting about this is we've had the submissions for the principal players, and we're going to be casting that or sending out the callback list today. And we happen to have Thane Jasperson, who's the last original cast member of Hamilton on Broadway. You can see him in the Disney Plus film as well. And he happened to also be in the original cast of Matilda on Broadway. Wow. He's our choreographer. So what I do want to say about that production is we're in the middle of casting the principals, but there still is a summer camp opportunity. There's a 2-week summer camp in July with students who just want an experience in the performing arts and want to perform in a couple numbers, but also learn about the whole process. Yep. We have a 2-week at the Inley School, and they can join us. So you just have to go to breakalegtheater.com to get some information on that. But having Thane flying up on his days off from Hamilton and working with the students is just a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Yeah, seriously.
Then,
go ahead. Keep going.
Got into the Pilot Program, which is a Disney theatrical group in New York City selects a few theater companies around the world to workshop a new title before it's licensed to the general public. And we were selected.
Wow.
And we're working on a title called In This Together. Yeah. And it's a review of all Disney songs. I think it's about 35 different songs from their whole entire catalog, Broadway, film, TV, and new mashups and arrangements. And Thane, who's also was in the original High School Musical movies and Newsies on Broadway, is also going to choreograph that. And that's going to happen in August.
So let me ask you about the where. Where do you practice? Or is it all over the place?
Yeah, it's pretty much all over the place. We don't have our own theater yet. As you know, theaters are hard to come by, and what we need is probably so unique that we've been fortunate to have some really, really great community partners. During the day, Break a Leg is contracted into 3 different schools around the South Shore. So we actually teach at the Woodward School in Quincy, where we teach 5 courses, and we're directing their production of Sister Act Junior, which is opening this weekend. Mm-hmm. And at Inley School in Scituate, where we also are directing their production of Dear Edwina, which opens the first week of June, as well as MAP Academy, which is an alternative high school in Plymouth. So those wonderful community partners saw our value, and they're very generous with renting their spaces to us so we can rehearse. And we also have some dance companies around the area that support us and let us rent from them as well. Mm-hmm. And then we'll book the performance venues based on what's available and what the needs of the show are.
Gotcha.
So.
Wow. Lots of information here. So I've one question. What is your biggest success story since you have started this whole process, the whole Break a Leg Theater story? What is the thing that rings in your heart as the biggest success?
You know, the retention of students is amazing to me, and that's beyond graduation. We have a student who was in our inaugural cast, Dalton Laterney. He was in our first show, and he stayed with us till he graduated. And now he works for the company. He's our marketing manager, and he's graduating from California, USC. He graduated this weekend, and he's still working for the company. And we also have about 8 alumni coming back to work for us. They're all in higher education this summer for the first time. So what makes me so proud is that we're not only creating success stories of students who are graduating with the self-confidence and they're going on to study in all these wonderful different areas, but then they're coming back to give back community, and we're able to hire them on a contract basis. And I'm very, very proud of that because that shows the impact in the community that we're reaching as a whole. And I never could have expected that the students would feel that touch, that Break a Leg would still be an integral part of their journey, even after graduating high school.
You're right, and that speaks volumes, just the fact that they want to do this. Now, you're a 501c3?
Yes, we are.
Okay, you're a nonprofit. So how do you raise money, and how are you funded?
So we're always looking for subscribers, or donors, or if you want to, we're going to have a gala in October, which will be coming up October 14th or 15th, if I'm correct, whatever that Friday is. But in the meantime, we're always looking for sponsors for our musicals because we really want to try to provide an amazing experience for them. We have scholarship funds if people want to donate to help students that may not have the financial means, because we pretty much try to work with any kid that wants to be in the program. And like I said, we're always, throughout the year, you can always go to the website and donate. And, it's really through the community that we've been able to stay afloat. As you know, we're coming out of COVID. Yeah. And it's difficult to stay, to sustain, but we push through, and we really provided some quality programming. So anyone out there that wants to support a program in the performing arts that's just trying to give students something amazing that will impact all aspects of their life, you go to breakalegtheater.com and you can reach out to donate, to become a sponsor for a musical, or just in any way, reach out to say, how can I help?
Oh, wonderful. That's great. And I'm sure that the parents of the students that go through your programs are very generous, because I'm sure it makes a big difference in their kids' lives. I know my kids were both involved in theater growing up, and that whole brotherhood or sisterhood or whatever you want to call it, the family that is created by doing theatrical productions is something that you can't really repeat anywhere. It's just a really unusual thing that happens when you work together on a performance. Well, Kyle, this has just been terrific. We're so glad that you're back and all the way out there and doing so many things. And we wish you the best of luck with this summer. You have a busy summer coming up, and we'll talk to you again, I'm sure, very soon in the future.
We appreciate all of you at PACTV. You've been on our side and in our corner from day one. So just tell everyone we say hello, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Will do. Thank you.
For classes, camps, upcoming shows, and more, visit breakalegtheater.com.
If you've enjoyed this video by The Local Scene, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching.